Welcome to the League. This is Real Takes with Major League, where I break down today's headlines and give you the takes that actually matter. Today, we're talking about loyalty, lies, and local cops. Pam Bondi turned a Senate hearing into a Trump pep rally. The White House is threatening to stiff federal workers after the shutdown. And ICE is quietly turning local police officers into deportation agents. But before we get started, remember to hit that subscribe button, share this video with your community, and join the conversation down in the comments. Let's get it.
What became of the $50,000 in cash that the FBI paid to Mr. Homan in a paper bag, evidently?
Senator, as Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche recently stated, the investigation of Mr. Homan was subjected to a full review by the FBI, agents, and DOJ prosecutors. They found no credible evidence of any wrongdoing.
And that was not my question. My question was, what became of the $50,000 in cash that the FBI delivered, evidently in a paper bag, to Mr. Homan?
Senator, I'd look at your facts.
Are you saying that they did not deliver $50,000 in cash to Mr. Homan?
Senator, as recently stated, the investigation of Mr. Homan was subjected to a full review
different question.
by the FBI agents,
That's a
by
different
Department
question.
of Justice prosecutors. They found no evidence of wrongdoing.
That's a different question. What became of the $50,000? Did the FBI get it back?
Senator Whitehouse, you're welcome to talk to the FBI.
The report to you, can't you answer this question?
Senator Whitehouse, you're welcome to discuss this with Director Patel.
Did Homan keep the $50,000?
As Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche recently stated, the investigation of Mr.
Never
Homan
mind. I can see I'm not going to get a straight answer from you to a very simple question.
Pam Bondi showed up at the Senate hearing today acting less like a witness and more like Trump's personal lawyer. She dodged questions. She talked over senators and blamed partisan attacks for the whole investigation. This was just performance art for MAGA Nation. She made it clear she is not serving justice here. She is serving Trump. Because she's not the Attorney General. She's a loyal soldier in Trump's shadow cabinet.
Were you consulted by the White House before they deployed National Guard troops to cities in the United States?
I am not going to discuss any internal conversations with the White House.
You won't even say whether you talked to the White House about this?
I am not going to discuss any internal conversations with the White House with you, Ranking Member.
I noticed that. What's the secret? Why do you want to keep this secret? The American people don't know the rationale behind the deployment of National Guard troops in my state. The word is, and I think it's been confirmed by the White House, they are going to transfer Texas National Guard units to the state of Illinois. What's the rationale for that?
Yeah, Chairman, as you shut down the government, you voted to shut down the government, and you're sitting here, our law enforcement officers aren't being paid. They're out there working to protect you. I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump. And currently, the National Guard are on the way to Chicago. If you're not going to protect your citizens, President Trump will.
Her behavior shows how deep Trump's influence runs, even among people who should be independent. Her loyalty to Trump outweighs her loyalty to the law, and that's exactly why he chose her. This is the corrosion of the rule of law in real time. But her defiance might win some airtime in conservative media, but it's going to cost her dearly eventually. She doesn't have immunity, and Trump has no problem turning on all his allies as soon as it suits him. If this investigation widens, she's going to find out that standing next to Trump only works as long as Trump can use you. And while Trump's allies are defending him in hearings, Trump's showing his true colors and his absolute disdain for American workers.
Is it the White House's position that furloughed workers should be paid for their back pay?
I would say it depends on who we're talking about. I can tell you this, the Democrats have put a lot of people in great risk and jeopardy, but it really depends on who you're talking about. But for the most part, we're going to take care of our people, There are some people that really don't deserve to be taken care of, and we'll take care of them in a different way, okay?
The White House just released a memo stating that furloughed workers might not be entitled to back pay after this shutdown ends. That's in direct violation of the 2019 law he signed guaranteeing back pay to all federal workers that are furloughed. That affects hundreds of thousands of workers. We're talking about TSA agents. We're talking about food inspectors. We're talking about air traffic controllers. They're now left wondering if they'll ever see their checks again. But these are people's mortgages. These are people's car notes. These are their kids' tuitions. But for Trump, it's just another bargaining chip in his poker game. This isn't about saving the taxpayer dollar. This is about sending a message. He's trying to prove that government employees, unions, civil servants all work for him. He's punishing workers to flex political muscle. If your paycheck depends on one man's mood, that's not governance, that's extortion. Unions are already threatening to sue, and some lawmakers are pushing to guarantee back pay through emergency legislation. But even if workers eventually get paid, the damage is already done. Every time Trump pulls a stunt like this, more federal workers quit altogether. And that's exactly the hollowing out of the government that Trump wants. Break it down, weaken it, and then replace everybody with loyalists. And while Trump is waging war with federal workers, ICE is deputizing local police officers to become deportation agents.
Our top story, it is called Federal Program 287G. It allows local departments to team up with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE.
WSCV's Tyler Nicole spoke to local sheriffs about why some departments are opting in and others are not.
So in my view, that as long as they reside in Chatham County, they're all citizens.
If state and local law enforcement agencies choose to participate, the program gives them the authority to perform specified immigration officer functions under the agency's direction and oversight. Chatham County Sheriff Richard Coleman, along with Liberty County Sheriff William Bowman, both have the same stance on Program 287G. If it's required of the law, then they will uphold their civic duty. But as far as volunteering to work with ICE, both are opposed.
A lot of sheriffs are opting out. They're challenging the constitutional position of these orders that are coming forward. But I'm sure that, like myself, there are also lawmen and women who understand that their duty is to protect and uphold the Constitution.
Trump just expanded the 287G program to let local police officers act as ICE agents. Over 1,000 departments have already signed on just in the last few months, giving local police departments the right to question, detain, and hold people for immigration violations. What used to be a traffic stop can now turn into full-blown deportation. And the federal oversight to make sure this is all done legally, virtually non-existent. Civil rights groups are already filing lawsuits, and some cities are opting out altogether. But once a system like this is built up, it rarely goes away. Today, it's immigrants. Tomorrow, it could very well be activists, journalists, protesters, or anyone who doesn't agree with this administration's policies. ICE calls it cooperation, but it's really deputized oppression. Thank you so much for joining Major League Takes. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, share this video with your community, and join the conversation down in the comments.